How wonderful. Our first returning director for this program is none other than Jesus Franco himself. Somehow I knew it would be someone like that. So, well, okay. This one isn't tremendous fun. This title is Tropical Inferno from 1978, perhaps more commonly known by the title Women in Cell Block 9. The latter title is more apt to this film's content. And yes, this is the kind of film which I had to be very selective of my screen caps. In some amalgamation nation within South America, mercenaries stop a truck which has allegedly been smuggling fruit. The cargo turns out rather to be 6 women. These poor women are apprehended and handed over to the local women's prison. But this is no ordinary prison. This is a vile center where the evil Dr. Milton Costa sates his sadism. Aye. This film is just grotesque. I don't dislike it as a nightmarish visceral operation, but my god, it is unpleasant, exploitative, and sleazy. I, with slight apprehension, wholly praise the film's direction and cinematography, as I do many of Jesus Franco's films. Tight close-ups, virile jungle photography, and searing interior lighting. There's much to admire in this film as a piece of adept filmmaking aesthetic, in my opinion anyway. Dr. Costa is portrayed devilishly well by the legendary Howard Vernon. A staple of Franco's catalogue, Vernon has one of my favourite faces in European cinema history. Franco indulges in it relentlessly. Much of Vernon's reaction shots to violent acts are vital to their having a revolting affect. Howard Vernon was an absolutely legendary character actor, and he always injects these films with a potent charisma they otherwise mightn't. This film contains scenes of torture which, whilst the apex of the violence is rarely ever filmed directly, we still find ourselves repelled. No one wants to even consider the possibility of hungry rats being close to anyone's genitals anywhere, ever. And then we have the bizarre erotic centerpiece of the picture. The 6 ladies showering engage each other playfully. This is an attempt to seduce and coerce a nearby guard to release them from the prison. Well, knock him out and take his white rifle. This sequence mainly returns to the same shot and angle of the woman's lower half. Body doubles may have been employed at times, in between reaction shots of the guard. Aye. And so then the ladies run around the jungle in the nude, looking for some means of escape. We get a lot of shots of crocodiles, which I enjoyed, because I think crocodiles are quite cool. I mean, I don't think that's what I was meant to be, fascinated by, obviously, but, audiences were less desensitized in 1978. Or maybe that's just me, maybe there's something wrong with me. I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. Anyway, the film does not have a happy ending. This film may exist, intentionally or no, in a space similar to Pasolini's Salò, a twisted tale of dread, its sex and violence only a byproduct of its horror, not an excuse for exploitation. But, well, viewing Tropical Inferno, I feel as though it is possible for it to be both simultaneously. This is not a recommendation, though, for a mood movie, for something bizarre, cutthroat, garish, gruesome, seedy, and unclean, it can be a fairly memorable cinematic trip. Still, it is a vicious little thing. Jesus Franco, what are you doing to me?